Hi, thanks for coming. Give me 2 ticks. We're just getting Sarah in. I can't hear her yet.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good.
There we go. You're not joining us on camera this evening?
I can. I figured you're going to be doing most of the talking. You don't want me on there, do you?
Oh, go on. Okay, I won't leave it too long to start because we have a few people online already. Thank you for coming. Hello, lovely. And you're in the kitchen today.
I am. I was working in here on my computer, so I just thought I'd sit here. Usually I'm in my reclining chair with my feet up.
Yes, you are. Hi, thank you for joining us, everybody that's popping in online. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I'm sorry about the awkward time. It's because we're way far ahead of you in the UK. So the only way that we could do a call together was if we do it is your morning, isn't it, Sarah?
Afternoon.
It's your afternoon, and it's my evening. So if we did it the other way around, it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's not pretty. We could do your evening, but you wouldn't want me. You wouldn't want to see me at 4 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Sally. Okay, good. So the kids have got home from school on your side of the pond then?
Huh?
You've done the school runs and everything on your side of the pond?
My kids are at school. It's 1 o'clock.
So. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, in Canada, 4:30 p.m. That's where I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, grand. Okay, so we've got a few on. We're only a couple of minutes after 8 o'clock. Should we get started now?
Yep. Do you want me to push recording or you got it? I'll let you do it since you started it, just to make sure that the PowerPoint's on.
It already started recording when I pressed start presentation.
Oh boy, yay, we've been recording.
Sorry, should have warned you about that. I didn't want to stop it in case it stopped and I couldn't start it again.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, you see us in our raw form. This is where the magic happens. Okay.
We're human.
Well, exactly, yeah.
We're human. We're not perfect. That's what makes you guys can do just what we do. You guys can all be directors and superstar directors because we're human. That's my excuse for any of my issues. I have issues on purpose to show it's okay to have issues, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's totally doable. Anyone can do this malarkey. So we'll start from now. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Liz Barnes. I'm a director over in the UK. I've been with Sarah for 5 years. She's been showing me the ropes and she's a wonderful sponsor. And I've been very, very blessed. That's an American word. We don't use that here. I threw that in just for you guys. I've been really, really fortunate to have been able to travel all over the place and meet up with Sarah in some very exotic locations, courtesy of Sensi Incentive Trips. So we have gone from having just an online relationship to like in the flesh. I've actually seen everything. Well, I've seen her in the flesh. Oh God, okay, I'm going to move on to the slides now. Good Lord. That's the first faux pas. Right, so what we wanted to do was we see a lot. What I got frustrated with in my business was that I see a lot of people, how do you run your business? Because if anyone's successful, I say, what do you do to run your business? And there's a lot of people say, I work my business online. But they never say exactly what they do. How do you make it work? What exactly do you do? It's like all this big mystery. So it was one of my goals was to master this social media thing. I mean, I'm a big Facebook fan. I've been on it for donkey's years. Oh, by the way, Sarah's going to have to do some translating.
Yeah, what was that? Doggy years?
Just chuck it in the message box and Sarah will translate it. So I've been on Facebook for donkey's years and I've been marketing myself with Sensi on Facebook, but kind of just trying things haphazardly. I don't understand how the platform works, how the algorithms, which is a new word I've learned, how the rhythm, it's easy for me to say, how it all works. So how can I do it productively and how does it work? How do you master it? and make it work for your business. So one of my goals this year was to sort myself out and really get into this social media malarkey. You know, and there's so many different platforms. How do you choose it and how do you use each one? Because they're so different. So me and Sarah were having a chat and we decided we'd do this together. So we've both been learning. We're all doing this at the same time. So we're going to go through this and learn it together. What I'm going to talk about today and what we're going to talk about in the coming weeks is stuff that I have now started to incorporate into my business. Okay, so I'm actively starting to use it and I'm starting to see some results from it as well. Okay, so we're going to give it a go, and by the end of this course, we're all going to have a much better idea about how to use social media productively for our business. Okay, so what you can expect is we're going to do 6 calls every couple of weeks, which in England is a fortnight. We're going to be concentrating on
us and Americans don't use fortnight. That means every other night for those.
Yeah, once a fortnight, once every 2 weeks. So we're going to be consistent. It's going to be how to post consistently. And what kind of content to post, and not just posting for the sake of posting. What not to do, so what is just going to get you scrolled past. We're also going to do, in those 6 weeks, we're going to do in-depth calls on each platform. So we're going to be looking at Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Periscope. Okay, that's only 5. I did count that right, didn't I? That is 5. There's so many other platforms out there, but let's, baby steps, one thing at a time. We're just going to go with those 5 for the minute, all right? And we're going to make the most of your social media time. So rather than we all do it, you all sat there on your Facebook, you start answering messages, and then before you know it, you're looking at cat videos, So we're going to start really utilising your business time on social media and making it, something that you do for your business. Using each platform for its purpose. Like I said, they're all different and they've all got an app, they've all got their own thing going on. So we're going to teach you what each one of those is. And our business is about reaching and connecting with people. And social media, wowzers, how many new people can you connect with over social media that you wouldn't meet in a normal day? It's absolutely, the scope is absolutely huge to meet new people, meet and connect with new people. So that's what you can expect. So the basics, we're going to kind of have a sneak peek at this. We're going to teach you how to balance your on and offline activities. Okay, so our business is sharing, talking, seeing, showing, look, smell this bar. You're at an event, you see the change in people as soon as you put that product under their nose and they can get the experience. When you're at a home party, it's such a different experience than the online one where they're just seeing it in 2 dimensions. So online is never going to be a better place to experience our business than in the flesh. However, it's a huge tool for getting yourself out there and promoting the company, the products, and yourself as a sponsor. We can't replicate when you're selling fragrance. When your business is fragrance, there is nothing like that fragrance that there at that particular moment. It's very, very difficult to replicate fragrance in any other medium. But you can get in contact with new people, and you can make the connection after that initial contact. So we're going to use social media as a supplement. As I said, it's a huge marketing tool to meet more people. Interaction is the key here, and to introduce the product to more people. You're going to have to set an example, whether you've got a team or not. People are watching everything that you do. You've got consultants on your newsfeed, on your page, and whatever you post, they're going to think, brilliant, that's a good idea, I'm going to post that too. So you need to make sure that you're in compliance, because whatever you do is going to be duplicated. And you may find out, I've done it before when I didn't properly understand the compliance rules back in the beginning, that I was posting things and then I would sign people up and they post things that they'd seen me post, which I then knew I shouldn't, but at the time I thought it was okay. Okay, so we need to work within compliance, and we'll help you with that. Okay, so choose your platform. These are the 5 platforms. So we've had Pinterest, we've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Periscope. The general consensus within the social media moguls is that you need to pick a maximum of 3. That does not mean you have to pick 3. A maximum of 3. If you have more than 3 that you're actively working on, you're probably going to burn yourself out. It's very difficult to maintain. So you don't need to be everywhere all at the same time. Don't think that you need to spend all day on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope. This is about consolidating and making the time you do use on each platform productive. You can integrate the platforms. So, and it used to be kind of frowned upon to, oh no, I can see that cheeky little mongrel has posted that on Twitter and it's coming up in my Facebook feed. This is not the done thing. But now it's much more acceptable. People do cross-post, and you'll see a lot of pictures that come from Instagram, and a lot of things that come from Pinterest that people are sharing, etc., etc. So it's much more acceptable now. Do be wary though that, and I might mention this a bit later on, but I'll say it now anyway because I thought about it. Do be wary though that some platforms don't transfer very well, and we will go into this in more detail later. So I've forever posting from, well, I was forever posting from my Facebook page onto Twitter, but that doesn't translate very well to Twitter because you've only got a few words and then it just gives you a link, whether you're posting a picture or quite a wordy post. It doesn't really go onto Twitter very well because you get a very short, like, one sentence intro and then a link. So Twitter people just kind of scroll through that. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be teaching you. Business users tend to use multiple platforms, bit of this, bit of that. Okay, we know this, but personal users only tend to pick one. So you've got Facebook people, or you've got Pinterest people, or you've got Twitter people. So they don't, Facebook people are, I read my Facebook like a newspaper. It's I wake up in the morning and I'll read it to see what's happened, what's going on in the world, what are my friends doing. So, or you get the Twitter people that use the hashtags to search for news or search for their favorite celebrity or whatever it is. But you tend to have the personal users that will stick to one platform. So with the duplicated posts, if you're going to share your posts to different platforms, if you're going to link them all up, there's not too much of a worry that, one of your customers is going to see it on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. It's not really, wouldn't worry about that too much. You need to find your platform. What are you more comfortable doing? What can you utilize the best? What works for you best? If you're a photographer, if you like your photos, perhaps Instagram's the one for you. Or if you're a crafter and you're always working on Scentsy craft projects, perhaps it's Pinterest. We're going to explain all the platforms later as well. But you really need to find your main platform. And this is going to be about finding your strengths and really working on your strengths. So it's not going to be about, okay, so you know how to do Facebook. Now we're going to really work you on. Now we're really going to work you on Pinterest. This is about, if it works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So if it works, work on it, master it, and maximize your presence in that area, because there's no point spreading yourself thin. Okay. So a mini task for you: if you haven't already got a platform on these social medias, I want you to set up a profile on each of these platforms. Okay. Doesn't matter what you do with it, just set it up. Just so that you've got a presence on there. Even if you just link it, just put your website on it and a picture and that's it. I just want you to set them up for me, okay? So then you've got the option of exploring them. Use the settings on each and you can start linking them together. Now, touched on this earlier as well. There's, now Sarah said I made up a word. I don't think I made up a word. There is a finite amount of people you can meet in the world. Does anyone else know? Did I make that up?
No, I just never used it. I had to look it up.
Does it exist? Does it exist? I have a habit.
A lot of people. Infinite, right?
Yes. Right. Infinite is, there is no limit, but finite is there is a limit. That's what I have this habit of. Okay. If I don't know what the word is, I'll just use one that sounds right. So I think I might have done that. There is a finite, limited amount of people you can meet in the world. But always remember to treat what you say and share online as you would in a real life conversation. So the scenario is, don't treat your real life any different to your online internet life. Okay, so there are the same people on the internet. You've got your family, you've got your friends, you've got acquaintances. We've all got acquaintances on our friends list that you look at their name and you think, where did they come from? I'm not quite sure. You've got the people that you haven't met yet, so they're on there. You just haven't made that connection. And you've got people that you haven't got hope of meeting because there's just too many people in the world. So it's exactly the same in real life. Internet, real life, you're always going to have those circles of people. But the internet is about those people that you haven't met yet and connecting with all of them. So if you wouldn't say it out loud to another human being, don't be a keyboard warrior. Just keep it, okay? Just be nice. Let's be good.
Please.
Huh?
Please.
Please.
No,
Yes. Please. So let's compare. I'm good. Sally says that I'm right. There is a word called finite.
Oh, it's right. I thought it meant more infinite.
Literacy
I don't know
is a strong point.
I don't
Thank you,
know the
Sally.
English language.
Okay, we're going to compare the World Wide Web to a normal party. You've gone to a party, not a sense party, just a party where you meet people, meet new people. How are you going to what's the word? It's kind of network or get to know people that you haven't met yet. At a party, would you start shouting at them? Would you tell them to buy your stuff? Would you stop sending messages? Would you keep waving products? Would you show them endless warmers out of your Mary Poppins carpet bag and just put it in front of your face until they saw it and went, oh, what's that? Would you rant about friends who have let you down, or your relationships, or whatever in the newspapers is winding you up? Or would you smile, be pleasant, get to know people, start conversations, find out about people, get to know who they are, and share something about you that's relevant to what you're talking about? Don't know random facts when you're starting to meet new people. Doesn't tend to go down too well. It's all in the name. Social media is just that. It's social. Okay, it is about interaction and connection. It's not just about posting content. It's not just about posting warmers and wax. And another little tidbit that I don't think we've got plans to come across in the course is that if you have, and it's okay, we're going to have a profile picture amnesty. Okay, it's okay if you, in the next 24 hours, if you have a profile picture that is a product, you have 24 hours to change the product to a picture of yourself, and we won't think any the less of you. Okay, it's all going to be okay, because people don't want to interact. People, you need to put you out there. People want to know you, who they're talking to. And when you're a faceless product, when you're a warmer or a dynamic picture of a bar of wax or something like that, they can't connect with you. They don't know who they're talking to. So profile picture amnesty: if you have a profile picture that is not of yourself, or on your business page that is not of yourself, please change it to one of you. You have 24 hours to comply. And I promise you, people will go, oh, that's what she looks like. So it's about interaction, connection. People buy from people, not warmers or bars. Show the real you and how you work, and share your daily Scentsy world. We're going to give you lots of tips and ideas of what to post, and ideas of fresh content and interesting things that you can use in your everyday as a promotion for your Scentsy business and interacting with people. Oh, core values. Now, did a bit of a naughty. I was meant to post this. I've been out for my mum's birthday, and I was meant to post this up for you guys, and I didn't get time. I'm really sorry. But this is an A4 sheet. This way, Liz, this way. There you go. So you've got 2 A4 sheets, and on there is listed lots and lots of business core values. So I've listed mine. We're going to post these on the team pages. Oh, we've lost Sarah. Bye, Sarah.
I was wondering if I went away, if yours picture would
might
be
get bigger. No, I've just moved into the middle. It's all about me now. It's all about me. So that's a list of loads and loads of core values. Okay, and what we want you to do is you're going to pick 20 core values, and you're going to circle them. And then when you've picked your 20, you're going to have to reduce that by 50%. So then you're going to have to slim it down to 10. And now this is the really, really tricky bit, and I really struggled. Then you have to trim it down to just 5. Okay, but I want you to do that process. I want you to pick 20, then 10, and then the 5 that you absolutely cannot live without, because that's really important. Because you're sorting out what's really important to you from that massive list, whittling it down. So you're going to get your 5 core values. So that's also another little task for you to do before we reconvene in 2 weeks' time. But these core values are the basis of your business. Okay, so you want to think about these core values when you're posting, when you're doing anything online for your business. See if it matches your core values. All right, because your core values is your online persona. You need to think about not just who you are as a person, but what your business persona, your core values are, how people see your business. Okay. There you go. They make up the online persona of who people see. So really, really quick overview to the sites. I'm just going to have to turn off my Facebook notification. Sorry. Bye-bye. So first of all, Pinterest. Pinterest is, I've heard of Pinterest. I do go on Pinterest, but I didn't really understand what made it different, what made it unique. Pinterest is like a filing cabinet of ideas or magazine clippings that you look for ideas and inspirations. It's a treasure trove. It's an absolute treasure trove. But it's for crafters, it's for making things, it's for doing things, it's for shopping later. All those things that if, what's, and maybes. Nice ideas, save it. You save it in your filing cabinet. The difference is that everyone can look in your filing cabinets and everyone can share your files with their friends and copy your ideas. So it's and it's also a visual way of saving a website using an image. And it's what's known as a shopping discovery site. So people will browse by hashtag or just by flicking through pins, and they will find clothes they like, products they like, fragrances they like, save it for later, and then have a shopping discovery. It's stuff that you wouldn't find elsewhere. Unique things. It is mostly used by women, and a huge believer in hashtags. Hashtag posts. Posts usually have 2 or 3 hashtags on each post so that people can find the product. So if you're posting Scentsy, I always put Scentsy UK on mine, and then something a bit more specific. The name of the warmer, or if it's a business idea, business tips, that kind of thing. And people search for those kind of things. You need to make it relevant, but we'll go into that later. This is a brief overview. Do not panic. Instagram. It's mostly for personal photos. Okay, so you're not going to get a lot of. This is a screenshot that I did when I looked up Scentsy UK. So this lady with the blue hair has got the right idea. Personal photos. That one in the top left, that's me. That's me prepping for this very training. But they are personal photos. So don't do so well with stock photos, but certainly personal photos. Think of it as like you go to someone's house. This is a very British thing to do, but bear with me, Americans, Canadians, okay? You go to someone's house and you're kind of welcomed in and, take a seat, I'll just get you a cup of tea. And then they're off in the kitchen making a cup of tea and you're in the front room looking at all the pictures on the walls. Oh, that was their holiday. Oh, that must be is that their grandkids? And you kind of getting a picture of who they are by building up, by looking at all the pictures around the room and on the mantelpiece and things like that. So it's like virtually visiting someone's house for the first time. I know I do it. I do. I like to take it in. I love to sit in new people's houses. So you think of Instagram as a window to your world. Okay, so very personal, and images, only images. There are no links on Instagram. So it is purely for images to be liked, shared, and commented on. But you can link your images to Facebook. See? They also use hashtags to increase your exposure. And as I say, 3 to 5 hashtags on every photo. So whatever you're posting, try and make it relevant, the hashtag relevant. And you can search, like when you're posting I'm sure you will use Instagram, but I wasn't a big user. So I'm learning, okay, I'm learning. But when you post your picture and you start typing in the text and you put the hashtag up, as soon as you start typing anything after a hashtag, it'll bring you up a list of options, like the most used hashtags. So you can choose which one to use. And by using the most used ones, you know that that's what people are searching for. So have a look at the hashtags when you're posting on Instagram. Very, very useful. Facebook. I'm a Facebook aholic. I really am. Really need to kind of wean myself off it. But I absolutely love it. It was the first social media that I ever came across, and it's the one I use the most of. Absolutely love it. It's the informal backyard barbecue. You can turn up in your jeans and a t-shirt, be the real you, informal, relaxed, fun, friendly. You can share, like, and comment. It's got groups, it's got pages, it's got images, it's got links to blogs and news and all sorts. And Facebook, out of all the social media platforms, you can pretty much link everything to Facebook and everything will translate into Facebook language. Okay, so some of them don't cross over so well, but pretty much everything you can link to Facebook and it'll be tickety-boo. It will look really good. Twitter, I struggle with Twitter. It is social medias, please Facebook, leave me know. Social media's happy hour. So it's fun, it's loud, it's crowded, busy, but also very, very friendly, but fast paced, really fast paced. Everyone has a message and they want it heard. But it's also, they also use hashtags. Like I say, people, my friends use Twitter to read the news. They'll put in a hashtag, you know, UK news, and then they'll read what's been happening. And they tell me that they've, this is what made me look into it, really, because they'll say that, oh, you know, I'll find out on Twitter what's happened before it hits the actual news, or, you know, the newspapers or whatever, or hits the internet. They'll read it all on Twitter. So incredibly fast paced, in real time. If you post something on Twitter, you will get an instant reaction if you're going to get a reaction at all. It's great for sharing blogs, news posts, and primarily young users, which surprised me actually. But yeah, primarily young users. A lot of bloggers and college students use Twitter. Periscope, it's the baby of the family. Periscope is the newest platform. You can see, look, I did a little comparison. We've got the UK there and America and Canada there. Sarah's going to talk to you about Periscope because I haven't used it a lot, but I know Sarah does. But it is a live streaming site. So as you're on your phone recording it, other people can click on that number down there where you are and watch your streams. The videos only last for 24 hours and then they disappear, which Sarah's going to explain at a later date. But you also use hashtags and descriptions so that people can search for it. You can interact live with people all over the world who watch your broadcast. So as with this, you can message me in the side here as you're videoing, as you're on the video, people can message you and it'll pop up. So you can go, oh yeah, thanks very much, la la la, and you're talking to them as they're messaging you, which is quite cool. Very, very interactive. But I know Sarah uses it a lot for training, so we shall see. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so it's over to you. This is a very brief introduction, as I said. I do talk very, very quickly. I'm sorry. If you need to rewatch it or you need to ask me any questions, just add me on Facebook if you're not my Facebook friend already, and I can answer any questions you've got. I know I talk really quickly, and I'm sorry. Over to you. So I want you to establish your 5 core values. I will upload the core values onto the team pages so that you can pick your 20, then your 10, and then your 5. But it's really important you go through that process of whittling them down so you find those ones that are really important. It makes you think about them more when you have to take them away. Set up profiles for each social media site and link them up. Little tips, as I said, everything does link quite well to Facebook. Facebook doesn't seem to share too well to Twitter. If you've got any images that you're posting, post into Instagram and link it to your Facebook page. So whatever you're posting on Instagram, whether you're making up hostess packets or making wax samples, whatever you're doing, like I did with the team training, just take an Instagram and link it to your Facebook page. You can, if you're pin any ideas or blogs or business ideas to Pinterest. As I say, it's more crafty, it's more ideas based rather than images or imagey ideas, if that makes any sense. So anything that you're producing, you can pop on Pinterest and save it into a file. So create boards for business tips, sensitive products and sample making, and any pictures that you post on Pinterest, or even if you're just browsing Pinterest, save them into your own boards. You'll find, once you start searching on Pinterest, give yourself a time limit because you'll just get it's just a time warp, you'll get lost on it. So give yourself a time limit, maybe 10 minutes, and start doing 10 minutes worth of pinning and see what you can find and put into those 3 files. Have a go on Twitter. So share any news articles, news or articles or blogs. Try and make them fragrance or Scentsy relevant, or maybe direct sales business relevant. So you're starting to, get your business tweets on. But yeah, if you share the articles, do it with a relevant tweet, something that you're thinking about this particular article, and try and add a hashtag to it. And now this is going to be the most difficult one, but it is all about consistency. And this is just to get you started. Okay. 5 minutes a day, post at least once on each platform. So 5 minutes every day, just have a go on each platform and comment on other threads. So start interacting. So even if you just do one post on each platform and then comment on a couple of threads, that's it. That's enough. But it's just about that consistency. It doesn't matter what time of day you do it, you know, whether you're watching telly or cooking the dinner or, you know, whatever. Just have 5 minutes to post and to comment on other threads. You know, I'm sure Mike was making me a cup of tea. My throat's getting quite dry. I've got no drink. It's terrible service. Okay, so, that's it's not helping me at all.
I've gone overseas.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. No. How cool would that be if that was like Willy Wonka? That worked. Thank you very much. Next week's episode is it's not next week, is it? It's next fortnight's episode. Anyway.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. On Wednesday, the 27th of April, we're going to talk about Pinterest, and Instagram. You heard me. Thank you, dear.
You've been Pinterest.
No, I'm live. Don't say words like that. Go away. Oh, goodness me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There was worse things he could have said, trust me. We're going to talk in 2 weeks' time about Pinterest and Instagram and about power time. So you're going to use 5 minutes every day for the next couple of weeks. Okay. I won't, honestly, I'll forgive you if you miss a day, but try and be as consistent as you can. But next week, next fortnight, we're going to talk about power time. So how to use your social media time, how much time to use on each platform. It might be once a day, it might be once a week. It depends on the platform, but we're going to go through all that stuff. We're going to talk to you about what to share on each platform, using hashtags and lots of posting ideas to try. Okay. And I think that's it. Sarah, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you did a great job. Thank you so much. Also remember to change your profile pictures. That's another thing. I wrote down notes, what I need to do, what everyone needs to do. So, but yeah, so it's great. Remember, this is a learning process. It's not going to happen overnight. I know you can't do everything that we teach, but this will help you learn more about social media. So, yes,
it is most definitely. It takes a long time, a lot of persistent consistency, if that's even a sentence, but you will start to see the effect. As with the whole of direct sales as a whole business, you have to put a lot of work in before you start seeing results. With social media, you have to put a lot of work in. You have to make mistakes. You have to figure out what platform you're going to use, how you're going to use it. And we can't teach you that. We can give you the tools for you to do it, which is what we're going to do. But you're the ones that have got to try it out and figure out, stand on your own 2 feet, figure out what you're going to post and how you're going to promote yourself on each platform. So we're going to give you the tools to do it, but you need to get out there and try it and give it a go. There was something else I was going to say, but I can't think what it was now. Oh, that's so typical of me. No, I can't think what it was. Sorry. But I'll post those.
I'll remember on the next call.
Sorry?
You can bring it up on the next call.
Yeah, bring it up on the next call. I'll make a note. I'll post these business values because I found that quite hard actually. The business values, getting it down to 5 was quite difficult. So profile picture, let's go back to the tasks. Okay. Core values, profile picture, set up a profile for each social media site and try and post a little bit every day. That's it. Okay.
And just limit, again, like she said, make sure to set a time, because if you get on any of those, you get lost in the social media. If you go on Pinterest, you'll be on there for up to an hour just pinning or looking at stuff. So focus on just those 5 minutes on just what you're working on, not browsing everyone else's cat videos like Liz.
Exactly. I find I have a rule now mentally that if I'm on Facebook mobile and I'm scrolling and I'm just scrolling, that's it. Stop. You're not doing anything now. You are not productive. It's time to stop now. So you'll notice those cues. You will find your cues and have to.
It's okay to do those, but you can't count that as your 5 minutes.
No, exactly.
Middling time.
Exactly. But it'll be a lot of fun. Please join us every fortnight because we love doing these calls. And it will be a lot of fun. We're going to learn together. And any hints and tips we can pick up in the meantime, we will add them to the calls. So it's all going to be active. This is what we're doing. This is what you're doing. And we'll have some discussions about what's working. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thanks, Liz. And thanks, everyone, for coming on. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, ladies. A fortnight.
I'm learning.